Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of my Minecraft 1.10 Let's Play. So today we need to do something buildy. Last time we went for a walk, we found a village and we had to play around with the villagers, but not for long. And then at the end I started on a path, because I am getting sick and tired of jumpy over that hill there to get to the market town. So I thought I'd try out the new 1.9 path block, and I quite like them. I didn't like it quite so solid, you know, when it was straight, but I quite like this sort of... It almost looks like it's where people have been walking. And I think that works quite well. And this takes us all the way up to the edge of the market. And we'll just ignore that there for a second. And the helper sheep. So we've got all these market stalls, and most of them have got a little bit of storage for themselves. But I don't want to be going in and out of there to find my stuff. So I'm thinking we've got this area here. We've got the path coming along. We can branch off the dirt path there, and at this end we could bring this path round to this side. So this struck me as the perfect spot for a storage building. Now I would say warehouse, but it's not going to be that big. So yeah, mini warehouse, storage building, chest shed, whatever you want to call it. And I've got some stuff ready over here to start building, and I've cleared out the space that I need, so we might as well just crack on with it. So I'm going to need plenty of stone brick, and I'm going to want some polished andesite as well, and I think that's all I've got of that. I might have to pop off and get some more. I've got some unpolished in a chest on the other side of the market, so we'll make a few stacks of stone brick. I think I'm going to need more stairs than anything else, but I thought I had another one of them, but we'll stick with this for now. So what I'm thinking is I've got a rough plan in mind. I want to start it. Let's see, the back of it's going to be over here as far as that's concerned, so if we put one corner there, and then I know I need it to be 2 chests, 1 extra space, another extra space, so that's 5. There we go. That should be about right, and then I might have to peel that hill back a little more. But I just want to put a sort of little entrance cover over here, so the doors will be there. And then on this side I'm going to need 16 along there, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this one needs to go here. And then we'll have the same thing out at the front here. So there won't be any windows unless they're very narrow ones along this edge, because both sides are going to be banks of chests in groups of 4 by 4 double chests with, hopefully, if I've done my maths right, a bit of space in between. I think actually I want to do these corners in the polished andesite, so now that we've got it all marked out, I'll go back and do that, so that, and I want it 6 high, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that one will be 3 high, maybe 4, we'll do 3 for now, and then I'm just going to repeat that all the way around. So I'll get that done, and then we'll come back and fill in the walls. Okay, so that's our sort of pillar supports in place, and I've put some down the middle as well. These are kind of the bays of the chests. They'll go along here. And I think because I've got no room to indent a wall here, I think we're going to go with stairs to try and get some texture into the walls here. So what I'm thinking is just do a quite simple build where instead of using solid blocks, we'll use the stairs, and that'll give this kind of ridged effect. And I think that could be quite effective along all the walls. It also helps because we're using a lot of grey here. It should help to break things up a bit. I may or may not stick with that. I'm thinking probably not, but we'll leave it be for now. And I'm going to take this up to the 5th one because I haven't quite decided where the roof's going, whether I'm going to bring it right up to the top or whether to have an overhang. Plus I can't reach any further, so rather than having to pillar up at this point, I think this is going to work out quite nicely. So if we have these like this, like I said, there won't be any windows because we've got chests right up against this all the way, so there's not going to be any space. But then on the inside, hopefully we can also use stairs. I keep doing that. I need to get better at my angles with stairs. I think I'm going to need a lot more stairs for this job, I can tell you that much. And we'll see how that looks now we've got a big chunk of it done. I'm just going to go and get those blocks because they're bothering me. And on the inside here, we've just got this nice smooth area, and then we'll have rows of chests along here, and then each one of these will be sort of pillared off for the section. So you can have one for building blocks, maybe one for stone, one for wood, that kind of thing. I'm still not sure about this. I'm not sure about it at all. We might have to play around with this entranceway a bit. And it may be that I end up not using a kind of porchway at all. So I'm going to carry on filling in these walls, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so that's all the walls in place. They look kind of dull from the inside, but I think it works quite well on the outside. I think that gives it a nice bit of texture, and I want it to look like a really good solid building. I want it to be, look quite strong and resistant to break-ins and things. So inside, I want to have, like I say, these cells of 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So they'll match up with these pillars here. And you'll notice they're coming out one further than the double chests will. And I do actually have a reason for that. But that can wait until later. I think the thing to do next is to get some kind of roof and ceiling on this place, possibly a floor as well. I'm not sure if I want to do wood floors or stone floors or a combination of the two. I think this bit out here will just be path, and on that side it'll match the path coming in there. But I'm thinking I might actually put some oak wood in the bottom. I think we'll bring it out to here and see how that looks. So I think the dark oak wood, it is very good for the roofs around here. I think it's a nice rich colour. I think it contrasts nicely with the grey. But I think maybe for the floor as well, it would be too much. Less is more with dark oak, I think. Let's take those two out as well. And plus with all the chests as well, I think they'll go better with an oak floor. So we'll get this cleared out. It shouldn't take too much longer if I don't keep breaking things. Okay, and then it's quite simply, we'll bring the wood out to here, and I want that back. I made slabs for a reason. And once we've got that done, we can think about how we're going to decorate these little cubbies. Going to need a lot of chests. I think I worked out I'm going to need 6 stacks of chests, 3 stacks each of normal and of trapped. I've made a start on that. I've got enough to at least do the first cell or so. What apparently I don't have is enough oak wood. We don't need that much more. I'll just make plenty. I'm sure I'll use it again. I may well end up using it for the ceiling as well, because I don't think the roof is going to be worth leaving sort of open-eaved. So we'll just we'll stick with keeping the roof out of sight on the inside, I think. We've got those in place, and now I think we do need to start marking out these cells. So as I want the chests stacked 4 high. So we're going to need 1 more here for the opening, and we will need some space above to open the chests, of course. And I think I'll probably use slabs for that. So yeah, we might as well just bring this right up to the top like I have been. If nothing else, it'll give us somewhere to hide some lighting. And I've gone too high again. I'm always doing this. I think I can reach down further than I can, and I end up not being able to reach anything at all. Okay, so these are the barriers. Each one of these will be 4 chests by 4 chests. It'll be quite high up. And then, yeah, we're going to need some stone brick slabs just to finish them off. And we'll bring those along at this point. Although, again, I suppose I could do the ceiling at this, but I kind of want to have that in a slightly different, across this corridor bit. So yeah, I'll get this ceiling put in, and again we'll come back when there's been some progress. And I'm back again, and we've got the cells in place. And this is what I had in mind. So I've got a few chests on me. I haven't brought both kinds with me, unfortunately. But the idea is that these will go here. I have checked. They do open with the half slab. So I'll put 1 bank in, partly because I think that's just about all I've got enough coverage for. And then we'll have to... we'll have a look, at how it looks with chests in, because they all open the right way. No. Oh, well, I'll sort that out later. So there we go. That'll be what a cell of storage looks like. There's something gone wrong up there. And yeah, and I've also had an idea for the ceiling. I'm really quite liking that. I think that works really well. And it's again going to be quite simple. I just want to run these along without putting them the wrong way up on both sides. And then we'll just cap that off with some slabs, and then it won't matter what the roof looks like from the inside. So yeah, the general idea is then it will just quite simply come across like this, and we'll have a nice ceiling. Hopefully this will provide enough space, because I've been running out of space at the small shelter really quite badly. I mean, I've put in that bit of extra storage, but the fishing machine's going to fill that up in no time, at least until I start getting separate storage solutions in. We'll just light this up like this for now. It might even stay like this, we'll see. As long as nothing spawns in there, I'm fairly happy. Okay, I've got some item frames. I do need to make a couple more doors, and then we can worry about the roof. I think the spruce doors are the best ever. I just love them. They're brilliant. They just look right in virtually every situation. Let's put those there like that and see how that looks from the outside. Yeah, that's all right. Oh no, that's not okay. Look at that. That's terrible. We don't want that. Live and learn. Well, we might as well just bring that run down one more then. And we'll do the same on this side, because obviously that's going to have the same problem. No. That way, thank you. Behave. Where did my block go? Did I get that back? Okay. So we'll get these last few stairs in place. Really, yeah, I've got it. Right. Squeeze it in the sides there, and that one's the wrong way up as well. There we go. So we've got ample storage space now for everything we might need. Now we just have to put a roof on it. And yeah, I'm still not sure about these. They just look so chunky. Maybe we'll think of something else to do with that. In fact, maybe it's simply just because they are too far out. That does look better. It would be nice to have some kind of texture there. I'm gonna play around with this just for a minute and get back to you. Okay, so that I think is better. It's still not exactly what I had in mind. I might make some adjustments to it over time, but for now I can live with that. So we'll just go do that over the other side. That I think will do. Now, I've been saying it all along, it really is time to deal with the roof. So let's get some access up there sorted out, because I am completely rubbish at staying on things that are high up. I do like to fall over, as you well know. I come all the way up here and I haven't brought my roofing material with me because I'm just that good. So let's grab our dark oak stairs and slabs. I need that. Where's that gone? So I'm thinking I want to keep it again relatively simple, just like the ones over there. It doesn't need to be particularly steep or anything. I think that's going to work, but we could maybe raise it that way. Oh, that's very helpful, thank you. I wanted to take the bottom one off. Because I've got this roof style in mind for this area. Yeah, that's going to have to come off, and then it won't go there. Can, however, go there. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then I know it won't be in the way. So, yeah, I've got this roof style in mind, which again, you see it occasionally in England. It seems to have been particularly in the period where they were building fortified houses, sort of between the manor house and the castle, or the castle and the manor house in architectural terms. They sort of had this period where they would do fortified houses which were kind of half castle, half mansion, but they tended to have a sort of stone border and then the roof inside the edges of that border, if you know what I mean. It will become clearer when I do a full one. This is more of a sort of light version of it, because I don't want too great a slope on this. I don't want it to be that that high and pointy. I mean, it's already got quite high walls. I don't think it needs to have super high roof as well. So we'll bring that across to here, and this might look awful, I don't know. I'm likely to leave it even if it does, but that's just me. I can be a bit lazy. So the next one's going to go there, and we will need one there as well, and then that's the middle, so that'll be the final height. I think that's enough on this building, I really do. I think that is enough height. We might come back and change that over at some point as well, just so that the gable end is a little bit more noticeable. Yeah, sort of put a contrasting material there, but then again, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it being wooden sided really, in the grand scheme of things. It's not like it's a building that needs to be beautiful, it needs to be functional. It can be both if it's very lucky, but I'll settle for function this time, because we are so desperately getting short of space in any other storage spots we have. Where did they go? Yeah, that's coming on. That's coming on nicely. I'm going to go sleep, I'll finish the roof, and I'll be right back. And there it is. I'm not sure about the stone fences. They do give the impression of the fortified roofs that I was trying and probably failing to describe. But I'm not sure about this at the front. I'm wondering if going there and there might work better. So we'll have a look at that. Yeah, I think that is better. And I think I might have to change a couple of those out for stone, give it a sort of a bit of a gable end. Right, I'll go and fix those at the other side, and then I think we can call this job done. So one big imposing hulk of brick that hopefully has some interest to it, with the stair blocks instead of the plain brick. But oh, hello, bat. We are short of time now. It's running into needing some quite serious editing. So I will say goodbye. I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.